Darcy, I'm curious. My boss says that he wants to coach me on some activities. But I get the sense that what he's saying is that I'm doing them wrong, that he needs to fix them, he needs to repair them. He's trying to help me be better and do something differently. So how does his type of coaching, how does that compare to what you do? And after all, what is a coach anyway? Well, I thought that was a great question that we haven't talked about here. And a lot of times, those of us who are in the world of professional coaching, or those of you who have had a coach and worked with a coach, we might assume that everybody around us knows what we mean when we talk about coaching and when we talk about coaching each other or being coached. So we're going to dive into that today, and I'm going to tell you 3 things that make up professional coaching today. What happens when you're working with someone as a coach, or maybe when you're helping coach someone else. Probably about 10 or 15 years ago, if someone said they were a coach, your answer was probably, oh, what sport? Because that's the model that we had, and to some degree still have in many ways, about what a coach is. And so a coach in a sporting event, a basketball coach, a golf coach, a swimming coach, often is somebody who is teaching the technique, who is an expert already on what that thing is. But when we're talking about business, and we're talking about careers, and even talking about lives, a good coach, a professionally trained, excellent coach, does 3 things that don't have to have anything to do with knowing exactly which stroke you should take next, exactly which muscle you should be using. So I'm going to tell you the 3 things that a good coach, whether that's someone like me or whether it's someone that you might grow into as you coach and lead others in your organization, the 3 things that you need to do. 1 is a good coach helps you get clarity. We have so much going on in our world today. We have so many different pieces of information coming at us all over the place. This little box that I'm talking in now holds more data than anything that our parents, our grandparents ever had to deal with. It's overwhelming. There's actually really interesting research that says we are less satisfied than ever with our lives because we have more to compare it to. We have more information to sort through. We have more knowledge of the options about what else is out there. Well, no wonder we need help. We need someone to help us, coach us through, what do I really need and want for me? And so in my work, that starts with getting clarity first on who you are. Where are you right now? It's like putting that pin in the map at the mall, right? Here's where you are. Do you know really where you are? Do you know where you are in terms of where you want to be on many different aspects of your life? Very often people come to work with me when they know where they don't want to be, but they're probably not as honest as they could be or as clear as they could be about where they are now. So a good coach helps get clarity. The next thing a good coach does is to help gain confidence. And if you've read my work before, you know I write a lot about building confidence and about how you can actually become more confident and not just fake it, but truly take control of the things that you believe, the things that you say, the actions that you take, so that you can build that confidence. Well, one of the things that gets in the way of building confidence is often, and the word I use is safety. That we can't be confident when we're learning something new if we don't feel safe in trying it out. If we don't feel like we have a place to be able to voice that crazy idea, or a place to test out some things, or to figure out and meld through, how exactly should I ask for that? How should I say this? That's what a great coach can do, is to really give you that safe place to help you build your confidence. As part of my own code of ethics and the code of ethics of anybody who's an International Coach Federation certified coach, is that the work that I do with my individual clients is confidential. Heck, I even extend that to even before we're working together. If you and I have a one-on-one consultation, it is confidential. I don't care how many people we might have in common. No one is ever going to know that we've had the conversation, that we've talked. You, on the other hand, you're welcome to tell everybody. And I hope that if a coaching experience is good for you, that you do. But I'm a vault. I don't. Creating that space of safety, creating that confidentiality aspect is so important for me. And I know that it's important for any of us when we're working with a coach to know that we have that safe place to be able to grow our confidence muscles. And, once in a while, to say stupid things and to fail and to sometimes be in that negative Nancy space. And yes, we all have to get there. But a good coach knows how to keep that confident and safe for you. The last thing a good coach really needs to do for you is to focus on getting you going. There's a difference between therapy, and I have some wonderful friends who are professional therapists, and professional therapy is incredibly important for many situations. But in the coaching profession, we think about therapy being focusing on the past behaviors, on really understanding what got you here. My job as a coach is to help you figure out where we go next, to be that mirror to you, to encourage you to the best of who you are, to move you forward. As my coaching clients can tell you, every time we talk, we wrap up with, so what's the action? What's the next step? And if you read my work, you know that a lot of that is built in. Here's some actions. Here's steps to take. Here are the places to move forward. Because the reality is we can talk about these issues all we want over and over again. But the only way that anything is going to change is by doing, is by getting into action. So your coach is there to help you get going, to push you. And sometimes I say the loving kick in the butt, to push you forward, to put you in action and to hold you accountable. Because the fact is that if you know you're going to be connecting with a coach and you've agreed on an action, and then you're going to be talking to them again and they're going to ask you about it, it really helps you make sure that you've done it, that you've made yourself do something. Because no one wants to go back and say, oh, I know I said I would do this, but I didn't do it. Good coach can get you going because they also hold you accountable. So whether you work with someone like me as an external coach, as your private coach for your leadership, career, executive situations, or whether you're coaching somebody, remember that coaching doesn't have to be telling somebody what to do. As a matter of fact, coaching should not be telling somebody what to do. It should be helping them get clear about where they are and what they want. It should help them get confident, to be safe, that they're in a safe place to try and experiment and to think differently. And that it's a place to help them get going. If you do those three things, you can be a good coach to someone else. It's my goal to be a good coach to you, whether we work together in a coaching program or whether just in our relationship here as you're watching this information and reading other things on redcaperevolution.com. I want to make sure that you have what you need to soar. And sometimes a good kick in the pants from a coach is what you need to do it. Okay, I'm Darcy Eikenberg. Thanks for being here. And if this was valuable to you, please along to your friends. I really appreciate it. In the meantime, have a great week.